Wow, finally, this is the last assignment. Now, I got a question regarding, we got a few questions again about this assignment. The first one is, how is this assignment related to the first assignment, especially related to the placement plan?
Yes. Now, Dennis, remember I mentioned that the main idea of writing the placement plan was for you to have a discussion with your placement supervisor so that you can chart out what exactly you'll be working on the next few months.
True.
Now, this last assignment is the report based on that work which you have been doing.
Wow, so this literally means this is the fruit that from all the hard work that we've gone through in the last few months.
Yep, you can say
this
that.
is the fruit that we bear.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, so this is it. This is our final product, our final baby. Okay. So I'll make sure I'll work very hard on it. Speaking of which, I noticed for the first report that I've written, I got a feedback saying that I need to work a little bit more on my introduction. What do you mean by that? I mean, how else can I write an introduction for a report?
Now, the very important point to remember is introduction means you're introducing your topic.
That's right.
So whatever topic you have been working on in the past few months, you need to introduce your topic in the introduction and paint a picture around why exactly the work you have done is needed. And that's the perfect place to add a lot of academic references, building on an argument around why the work you have done is needed in the first place. And then once you have described your task, you need to come on the methods, how exactly you have carried out that particular task, followed by the results, what you found, discussion, and conclusion. So that will be the overall structure of your second report.
I see. So in a way, that introduction, I need to write it in a way that can help me to build up the overall report.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Thank you. My next question is relating to, figures and table. Do I need to include them in my report?
Yes, it is important for you to make sure that you have few figures and tables and graph in your report for sure.
But my project is not quantitative. My project is actually a qualitative study.
No, that's a very good point. But the thing is, when we say figures and graphs and table, it basically means a pictorial representation of some information which you want to convey. So it doesn't necessarily have to be some sort of numbers which you want to present in the form of a graph. It could be an information which you want to present it in a form of a picture, some block diagrams with some arrows, trying to summarize something which you have written in, say, a page in a form of a picture. So that way, it's an exercise for you to learn how you can pictorially demonstrate the information which you're trying to write. So it's important for you to make sure that you incorporate some of those in your report as well.
So in a way that I need to find a way to summarize what I've written and convey them into some sort of figures or some sort of diagram.
Exactly.
Okay, that kind of makes sense, because I was wondering how am I going to make my qualitative studies, qualitative writings, include some sort of figures and tables in there.
Yeah.
My next question is relating to discussions. I know discussion comes after results, but is it just a repeat of the results?
No, that's a very good question, Dennis. That's a common mistake which students make. They try and think that your results are your results, and then you sort of repeat them in a different language in the discussion, but that's not the case. Results means the finding of your work. What you found is your result. And when we say discussion, it means you are discussing your findings in the light of literature, which means whatever you found, whatever your results are, you need to discuss them in the light of literature, which means whatever you found, is it similar by other researchers as well? Have they found something similar in their studies, or it's different? If it is different, why it is different? If it is similar, why is it similar? So sort of you compare your findings with the findings of other. So that's again a very important section where you need to incorporate a lot of academic references as well.
I see. I mean, just making sure I'm on the right track. So in the results section, I'm just there to present my finding.
Exactly.
I don't really discuss it.
No.
I'm purely presenting. But in the next section, the discussion section, I will discuss, based on those findings, I will discuss them and make reference to other studies or other literatures that's out there.
Yes.
And trying to, I don't know, compare whether there's any similarities.
Exactly.
Or differences.
That's right. And that section basically reflects to us that what sort of critical thinking skills you have. You know, how you can critically analyze your finding with respect to findings of other people. So that section is really important. So you need to pay attention to that as well.
That is so helpful. Thank you.
Cheers.